All right, guys, this is the Cutaway Jeep. This is a good little teaching Jeep. So basically they would use these Jeeps to teach the mechanics and so forth how everything operates. So everything that's on here has a cutaway. And what that means is it's got a cut so that you can see the internals and it can be explained how it operates. So you see here, the thermostat housing is cut, and so is the thermostat itself. You can see what it looks like going down the bolt chamber. Back here, the head has been cut, so you can see where the water chambers are. The valves, so that you can see the valves go up and down. The exhaust manifold and how it's supposed to be. The carburetor. So up here in the throat, you can see right there. Over here in the bowl, where the accelerator is, the needle and seat. The bowl itself, and even the float is cut. So you can see everything, the accelerator pump. You've got the PCV valve. The PCV valve is cut. The intake manifold. The exhaust chamber. The fuel area, so you can see the camshaft. And you've got this steering wheel that is fastened to the front on the crankshaft pulley so that you can spin it and watch everything move around. So right here you can see the timing. So as it swoops around, you can teach timing because the timing marks are going to be, there's little dots on both of the gears and they line up when you're timed properly. You've got the steering box has been cut. Right here, the sector shaft area so that you can see that. The oil pump, valves and tappets, master cylinder. And then if you move back here, you can see the clutch, bell housing, flywheel. You can see inside there. The starter, and I'm gonna have to go to the other side to show you all that stuff. Here we have a T84 top cover. So when you shift this, you can see how everything is supposed to operate inside the transmission. The transfer case, the top part of that is gone. It's so cool because everything here is just completely laid out so that you get an idea of how this is supposed to operate, even down to the slip yoke on the drive shaft. You've got all the linkage here for the emergency brake. So this is a Ford frame. You can see the F script, but also based off of how this plate is, it's not round. Also this intermediate V cross member back here, it's more rounded off versus the Willys, which would have been straighter. Rear axle shafts. The drum. The differential. All of this has been cut away just for teaching purposes. The starter, so you can see the Bendix, all the interior. The distributor. Here's the piston shaft. Even the piston itself, so you can see see the connecting rod. The oil dipstick. The oil canister. All right, so Tanner is going to go ahead and turn so you can see how all of this is turning. You can shift it in and out of four-wheel drive, high, low range. You can take it out of gear, you can put it into gear. Here's the water pump, you can see the impeller. That's just so neat. This is by far one of the coolest things that I've ever seen. Here's the coil. Even down here, you can see into the generator where the pulley is. They've cut it away. And it looks like they cut it and then painted it red so that you knew you were looking at this. So again, this is what's called a cutaway Jeep. They would have used these to teach mechanics in the field kind of how the inner workings operate on a Jeep. That is really cool. So the next thing that we'll end up looking at, we've got several other vehicles. This is just room one, guys. We've got some early ones. Ford GPW over here. And then we also have Army, Navy, Air Force. Stay tuned, guys. We've got lots to show you.